USP for the potential lead generation. So these are the 4 areas we are going to focus. So first one, let us understand about the assignment which I have given last time. So connecting the place here, one pain point of the customer and your tagline, how you are going to connect these two. I have got a couple of responses from Suman, which was shared to her by the participants in the previous batch, in previous class. So even still, all of you can share that. So here comes your time. Just for next 2 minutes, you can share one of the pain point the customer usually faces, not from you, in their regular life, maybe related to your business part or even personal life, whatever way, the pain point that they face and how you solve those pain points through your taglines. So this is the one statement you need to write today. Last time we were talking only about what is the speciality of your business. This time we are going to the tagline part, and further from there, I'll help you to understand how to build a USP. So your time starts now. On the chat window, you can start typing your answers. One pain point of customer and how you are going to solve that pain point. Your time starts now. So you have 2 minutes of time. How you are going to solve it. Wonderful. So how your tagline get connected to that? How you help the client?
Response is coming in.
Yeah. So one response I got.
That was me who typed.
Okay. Yeah. So it's very important for you to know what is the pain point for a customer. When there is a pain, then only they will find a solution. When there is no problem, then what is the solution? Yeah, the name you can trust. So is it a pain point? Yes, there is a pain point, because many people, they just say things, but they do not commit, or they do not do the commitment into the performance or action. So that difference obviously happened with many people. So basically whatever Nitin told, that's also a point. The pain point is trust. How can I trust a person? How can I trust a company? How can I trust an organization? Good. So how you ensure that your tagline or your values of your organization help them to solve that pain point. I can just give an example. I have a clearly audited statement of a very year, or maybe an award-winning company, or maybe an award-winning service, or whatever. So that will talk about your credibility. Very good. The pain point is flying for hours. We talk about comfort on skies. Great. Most of the time, the client find difficult to reach out online portal or airlines. Great. So how we are going to solve that? That is also an important part, Raghu. So you need to just mention that part also. We have a 24/7 support. Wonderful. Wonderful. Okay. Not getting proper responses. How are you solving that, Manish? So Raghu's response was really interesting. 24/7 support. It's really interesting. So anytime, midnight, 12 o'clock, I need a flight ticket, then definitely you are there to help me. Great point. Similarly, not getting a proper response from other clients. So how you solve it? Why us? Why should they choose us? Okay. So that's the question, Divya. So why they should choose us? So there is a pain point which they think that you can solve. That is the reason the customer is tempting to come to you, or have a thought to come towards you and get a service from you. So that's the place you need to figure out the answer right now. So definitely you will have a point. Maybe your company will have a point, or a tagline, or a motto, which will say that, okay, this is how we are serving the customer. Your leisure or okay, pleasure. Okay. Lack of travel info, and we are the expert in travel. Great. So the lack of travel info is the pain point for the customer, and you are the expert with it. Wonderful. Good relation. Yes, that's also really important. Yes. Minimize the response time with effective information. Great. It's very important point because nowadays people do not have time. Everybody wants the information in a quick fingertip moment. So that's also really important. So Manish, your point was you're not getting proper response. How you will connect that to minimize the response time? Response time and proper response, both are actually different. So you can even reframe that as well. Minimize the time of response. I can give a false response or improper response also in a short time. So you need to just reframe it slightly different way. A proper response in minimized time. Good. I'm waiting for more inputs. Any other response? All right, so we'll continue. So here comes the pain point connecting to them. So how will you know the pain point? That's the question, because I think many of you are not even sure how to answer for this because you are not sure about the pain point. Generally, this is a place when the beginning of this training was under discussion, we had a conversation. I was speaking to Suman and she told one particular point here. The sales, marketing, and the getting the leads, clients, all those things, is it only belonging to the sales and marketing team? Unfortunately, almost 75-80% of employees in companies think that even unfortunately sales team also thinking many times like, okay, it is a responsibility of us. That's one of the biggest myths that professionals have. Sales and marketing is not the responsibility of sales team alone. It is the responsibility of the entire corporate organization members. So you will think how it is possible. Yes, it is possible. Even from the peon to the CEO, everybody is responsible to contribute in this in different ways. Even a customer care executive, even an accountant, even a front office executive is also very much significant over here to help the brand building. So you need to know that particular part to focus on your activities and actions further. If some of you are not from sales or marketing background in your office, still you need to remember why it is important. So I'll help you for that. So before that, somebody has posted some question here. Can you please identify yourself?
Oh,
One
no,
stop.
I posted a question in the waiting room. I saw an unfamiliar name, and so that's why I did not allow them into the meeting.
Yeah, ma'am, one more is there, I guess.
Sorry?
The
Uh,
one,
if it is an unrecognizable name like this, 1 6 1 3 and all,
hmm.
hold on to it. Please, Krishna, carry on.
All right. Okay. No problem. So, in these kind of cases, we need to remember that everybody is responsible for generating the business because at the end of the day, if we look at, we are working for a reward, maybe money, maybe our power, or maybe position, or whatever it is. So, to get that, we also have to contribute something to the organization. So, to giving that contribution, many times we think that it's only the responsible sales and marketing guys to get the lead, convert the business, and give the food for activity. And we operation guys are only supposed to do operation. We accounts guys are only to generate the invoice and follow up with the payment. We designers are only to design the activity based things, or we management team is only to manage the people. Basically, everywhere we have to focus that we have a brand and how the brand value is pretty important here. So everyone collaboratively should know the pain point. So many times sales team will not be able to understand the pain point, but operation team will, or customer care team will know it better than that. So you can pass that information to the sales team so that they can handle it well. Similarly, customers' expectation can be even identified from their side to operation team also. So it's a complete network which will work together collectively to the organization development. That's pretty important. That's why I told you it is very important for you to know the pain point of the customer. So basically, we say a line of wisdom which says, a person will get connected to individual or material or an animal or anything when he or she can identify a pain to pleasure gradual progress. Matlab, once there is a pain, and if it is slowly and eventually getting converted into pleasure, the connect of the person will become very strong. So that can be in person also you can take, or in professional way also you can take. So how that conversion happens, how you are changing that pain of the person into a pleasure. That's the place your branding activity, marketing activity, promotional activity, and support activity will happen. So to know the pain, first thing you need to do is understand the customer. Last time in the session, I think Syed or Faisal, somebody has asked me this question: how to identify the pain point of the customer. So somebody has even responded for that. It's market survey. So the traditional marketing survey is something like go to the market, ask 10 people, and they will give some comment. Basically, that is not a feasible solution. In the modern generation marketing research, that way will never work. Once I say you the examples, you will surprise, is it really happening in this way? Because many of you are also the unknown victims or maybe unknown participants of those marketing activity without even your consent or your knowledge. So I'll tell you how these things work. Just wait for some more moment. So the point is something here. If you go and ask somebody on the street and say that, okay, we are from a travel company and we are looking for a survey, can you please help? If you have ever done this, you will know the answer. Most of the people will straight away say, no, we don't have time, or they will just ignore, or they will just pass, because it is not giving them any kind of benefit nor getting provocated. So here comes the point called provocative research. So that is the most modern trend in the market study, particularly online and digital marketing. If you do not know how to provoke people, then you will never know how to give them things back also, or you cannot sell them. Because without provocation, nobody will come out of their comfort zone. As long as they are in the comfort zone, they will never buy from you. So it can be used in a positive and negative way also. I will give one example here. Maybe 20 years, 30 years back and all, people were not much aware about this Fair and Lovely or all those kind of creams or fairness creams and all. Maybe beauty products were not even a matter of interest for the community. Nowadays, it became very much important for the daily life. Going to a beauty parlor or going to somewhere for makeup and all this became pretty important. Going to gymnasium, working out for good muscles, it became very important because it became a part of personality. Basically, it was infused inside us. So a dark complexioned person in some countries, they're treating them as a second category person. Whereas when we go to a country where people with dark skin are living, they treat the white skins as a different kind of people. Why this separation happened? There is an inbuilt separation already there in us, which is actually used by these marketing companies. They have infused this thought inside all of us, saying that there is a difference if you do not do this. If you remember, there was a line of Apple, and now they are not using that line. If you don't have an iPhone, you don't have an iPhone. That means if you do not have an iPhone, then you are not rich enough to stay in the society on the superstitious level. And nowadays, everybody has iPhone, and they have stopped that tagline. So basically, it's a provocative line they were using. So before using that provocative line, you should know where to provoke. That is also really important. So if you are provoking in a wrong point, probably that will return back to you in a negative, impactful way. So you need to understand which way you have to provoke. So now let me come to the clear point of this travel industry for the provocation way. How many of you think that you can travel immediately after the month of September 1st? You can say yes or you can say no. Participants can answer on the chat window, yes or no. From September 1st onwards, you can travel as you wish. Okay. It's very easy, yes or no. Anyone answer, you can just throw. That's all. From September 1st onwards, you can start traveling as you wish to your dream destinations. Okay, good count. 1, 2. Okay. More answers? Okay, 13 people told yes, whereas 8 people told no. So I think almost 40% of people believe that it is impossible, and 60 people are optimistic and they are saying that it is possible. So it's a simple idea that I'm getting from you people. I don't know personally any of you. Still, I'm finding an answer from all of you. What is your expectation? What is your thought as individual? So what happened? You have answered something very simply to me, yes and no. So basically, I got a simple statistics from here, just with one simple short question. So how many of you think like this? So it's a very simple question which made you answer. Now this is a very basic question I have told you. Now what I will do, I will go to an advanced level of question. In the month of October, which should be the travel destination you are planning to go? Just answer me whatever comes to your mind. Whatever comes to your mind. Forget that it is a training, just answer whatever comes to your mind. In the month of October, which destination you want to go? Singapore, all right. Leh, all right. In the month of this October, which destination you want to go? Wow. Bali, Goa, Australia, Mauritius, domestic Kerala, all right. Sri Lanka, Goa, wow, wow. Many people prefer Goa. I think most people prefer Goa. So within India is a trend. All right. Domestic, 100%. Domestic Kerala, Goa, Rajasthan. Great. Domestic. Okay. Himachal. Great. So you can observe the answers over here. So basically, this is something we are actually connecting with something called big data analysis. Nowadays, many of you might have heard about this term called big data analysis. Based on the responses, answers, behavior, and all, they will find out the answer which you never told. So I'm telling you some answers from here. Almost 80% of people think that India is the safest place for travel because of this COVID situation compared to foreign countries, and most of you are not even thinking that foreign countries is possible, or that's the reason most of you said Goa, Kerala, or India, Himachal, all Leh, Ladakh, all those places, because it's a trend. As a travel industrial person, you must know that this is a trend of human beings. Everybody, most of you are thinking in the same pattern, the pattern of thought. This is what you are actually capturing over here. You didn't even ask anything in detail, like, can you help me for a survey or anything? Just a question, what was provoking, and you have answered simply. And this kind of market research will help you even in this COVID situation. You have to find out the right audience for that. I will talk about that little later. So I hope you understood how to work on the provocative way. When we are giving a free trip, which place would you like to go in this year or in the next month? When you ask these kind of questions, people will get some kind of answer. Somebody will say location. Some people say even, no, I don't think it is possible. You are talking a stupid question. Definitely that is also an answer. Many times those stupid answers also will be a relevant, valuable answer for you to understand how market research has to happen. So these kind of things you need to know. So this is one thing for the situation like COVID. Otherwise also you can use this kind of strategy to the Facebook or other places where people combine and join, and they can say that, okay, this is my current thought, this is my thought. Let us understand the thought of people. Directly, if you go and say, I'm running a survey, many people will not give. I'll just give a classical example. Some of you might have at least seen this advertisement in Facebook. How many of you want to reduce 10 kilogram in a way? Please say yes, and I have a solution for that. Trust me, thousands of people were answering under that question, and I haven't seen that person sharing anything further. Just one question provoked so many people, and basically what happened, that person understood how many people are actually looking for a weight reduction. Very simple. So instead of that, if the person directly go and search who is looking for weight reduction, and everyone, if he or she is approaching that, many times people will not be answering immediately. There will be an apprehension. But here, the person has actually provoked the thought of person. So this is the same thing you need to apply in your marketing strategy building also. Learn what is a pain point, learn what is their thought. So without knowing the other person, you cannot sell. Knowing about yourself will not help them to buy also. So just have an idea, understand how to provoke the market to get the idea. So now onwards, you can start building those kind of marketing trend analysis. It is not necessary that you have to go in person. You can even put a person for that also. That's basically being done by market research. Just go and provoke the people. Never go for a traditional, conventional way of survey. I have a survey-related tour or travel. Please help. Nobody will help you. Trust me, that will not work. You have to use the provocative way. That people should feel provoked and they should not feel that they are doing a survey. Now you know where the surveys are happening in Facebook. So many questions why people are posting. It is simply basically like this. So a few days back, I just posted something about mental health. So I asked, how many of you think that this is essential for the school students? Almost 97% of people told the same thing, and I got a response of more than 3,000 people from various locations in almost 2 days. And it became a very good research point for me for getting an answer about that. But again, the point is where you have to post this. That's also a question. If you are posting something to a wrong location, mostly people will not give you right response, or rather that will not be a proper way to get the market research. So here comes the next question to all of you for the next 2 minutes. Which would be the right place for these kind of provocative question to people? So you have 2 minutes of time. Please answer your points here. Which would be the place where you can post these kind of provocative questions? Social media, great point. Yes, that's absolutely true. Yeah, social media handles, great. I would even suggest more specific because social media has a lot more points. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, all those are social media, but everywhere you will not get. You can think about your own marketing part, that is travel and tourism. Focusing on that, you can think of Facebook, Instagram, Facebook. Okay. Bulk mailing platform. All right. Email links on signature. Okay. Facebook, social media. Okay. Customer database. Okay. More answers. Instagram stories. Okay. WhatsApp ads. Okay. So Tobit, when you're saying ads of what place? That's the question. Where will you place that? That's the question. Even I think one more answer was there. Okay, Fazal told customer database of what or which place. So that is also a point. How you are going to connect to them. Email links, Instagram, Facebook, all those are fine. But customer survey monkey, okay, that's also a way. That's also a good tool. On okay, Google and Facebook. Okay, great. Okay. More answers. Okay, great. So with okay, Google, Facebook. So now tell us one thing. All of you can tell me one line which you would like to understand from the customer. So I have given 2-3 examples here. Okay, which would be the place you will go in the month of November or October first week, or do you think that you will be able to travel in the month of September? So like that, can you tell me one question which you would like to add? Yeah, newspaper advertisement. That's correct. So can you tell me one point or one line which you think that it will provoke people to give an answer? And remember, it should be connecting to your need. It is not just to provoke somebody. You need to get an answer which should be valuable for you. Data is very precious for the world nowadays. destination that you want to fly with us. Okay. Good one. Okay, Fasal told an answer. Others? How about medical tourism after outbreak? Okay. Share your plan on coming at Christmas. Okay. Our office just did not call today. Do you fly or drive your next holiday courtesy? Okay, Rajita. Okay. Have you ever traveled to Sri Lanka? Even this very cheap. Okay. Good answer, Nikhil. All right. More answers. What are the places? Trip, relaxing leisure trip. What are the top 3 destinations in your bucket? Okay, great. Share your travel plan in your near future. Okay. Jan, okay. Thinking of travel, come to us right here. Okay, Vidisha, this one it is not going to provoke them. This is a add point. You have to use something which is provoking people, that people will tempt to give you an answer. They should feel that no, I need to give an answer. It is provoking me. That way you need to make it. So, what are the top 3 destinations in your bucket list? So that's actually provoking me to tell something. Start with weekend gateway. Okay, getaways. Okay. Okay. Instead of Suman, in this you can actually reframe. Are you itching to pack your bags and travel? How many of you are doing that? Because are you is an individual question. People should feel that it is coming to a mass in the WhatsApp group or wherever. When you post, you can say that how many of you say yes to this instead of that. Are you doing this? So you can just reframe it. Break away from stay at home. Okay, got it. Okay, great. Now let us understand a simple psychology behind this. As I told earlier, if you are helping to switch on the emotion of a person, that is the pain of a person, and give a hope towards the pleasure, then the person will have a tendency to give an answer. If there is no hope, also person will give an answer if you really provoke the one. So just an example, how many of you think that it is unsafe to travel this whole year? Or which place you think as the most safest to travel? Or can you help me to find out a place for a travel? When you say this question, you can see thousands of people pouring in with the answer, but you need to remember the location should be proper. For example, if you are posting in Facebook also, you should know which location you are posting. Posting something in a spiritual group may not work. Instead of that, you have to post something which is a group where it is people are too active and too involving, maybe related to travel or maybe related to friendship or maybe related to a community or a group or linguistic group or state group, whatever. You just go there and throw something like this. Can you please help me to find out a true destination which is good after this month or after 3 months or after 6 months? So when you say after this month and everybody is saying that no, this is a foolish idea, this is a foolish idea or something like that, or everybody is discouraging, that means you didn't get an answer for your actual question, but you got some other answer. That means many people are thinking that there is no possibility for a travel in the next month. So you will not get an answer for your exact question, you will get an answer for something else in this point. So you have to reframe that question and change the question into something else. I think, Suman, you can scroll the PPT to, I think, 4th page. No, 9th page, review process and response strategies. 9th page. 9th page. 9th page. Review process and response. Oh, okay, sorry. The page has changed, I think. Okay, in your PPT, it is a different page. Okay. Reviews and responses. Okay. So based on your answers, you need to reframe the strategy over here. If everybody is saying, no, it is impossible to travel in the next 3 months, then you need to understand those people are not going to travel. So you need to find out what is their expectation further. So how many of you think that you'll be able to travel, or when I would be able to travel, or which would be the best location? The first question which I asked you, okay, which would be the destination you prefer to travel immediately after lockdown? So many of you said domestic location. So it is an answer. Many of you are thinking that domestic location is important. So like this, you need to use the provocative stories to the people and let them give an answer. You can even go a bit more level provocation also. Instead of thinking that people will give negative answer, you must be, okay, basically that is another thing a marketing guy should know. If somebody is coming and threatening also, you should show your smiling face to them. That's basically an understanding about sales and marketing team. Though you may not feel it comfortable, you have to show that. So if you get a negative remark and comment also from those kind of marketing places, please don't worry, that is also a response. So you have to take all the responses and summarize it. So this is one of the way to identify. So similarly, you can even find out a match towards your own strategy also. For example, what is a tagline? Somebody says that 24/7 support. We are giving 24/7 support, but how it is going to connect to somebody's need? So you need to know the pain point also here. So how many of you think that customer care is bad? Or how many of you think that a customer care need, or what is the essential quality a customer care person need? Just throw a question in some board. Maybe you can throw in a psychology group, or you can throw in a students group, or you can throw in a business management group, or you can throw in a CEO or C-level employees group. Throw the question and you see what is the response. What you are expecting from a customer care management. Or I am planning to learn something about customer care management. What would be the best thing I need to learn? What is a trending thing today? Just ask this question. Probably you can throw a question which is open-ended question. That means people should not be able to say yes or no. Instead of that, they should say some open answer to you. Skill I need to learn for a good marketer. You just throw this question and you will find an answer. I think somebody's talking. Okay, you will find an answer. So this way you need to start your market research. So I'm just giving a summarized insight only. In depth, if we go, there are so many ways. Already people were telling about LinkedIn, Instagram stories, Survey Monkey, emailers, WhatsApp, so many things. Even Google Forms are there. So many tools are there. But using this form is not important. Where to use and how to use is really important. What to use is not the important point here, because many people are already doing that. So if any freshers are there, they can also do the experiment. But however, this data is really going to be precious for your strategy building. Now let us connect it to your tagline. So once you identify the pain points of the people, you need to connect it to your USP. So how many of you have USP? Tell me your USP. What is your USP? USP is nothing but unique selling preposition. So before you type your USP, I would like to add one point. USP is not a common line. It must be very unique. That means your company or you as an individual only will have that service or support or activity which nobody else has. So for example, Indian Railway, the largest employing organization in the world. Nobody can take that thing. So similarly, Apple, the only mobile phone which use iOS. Android is being used by so many people, whereas Apple is only company where iOS is used. Though it is obvious, still that's a USP of them. Similarly, what is your company or organization USP? So you have your time starts now. You can just write your USP in another 1 or 2 minutes. Okay, Vikas has answered something. Would you stay in the same city for a breakaway from or stay at home? Experience the best buffet. Curd around your desires with a host of activities. Okay, good one. So you have to just finish with the question only, Vikas. No need to give them an answer. Don't even give them any example. Let them get provoked. Just throw only questions. Never give the answer. Creating memories together. All right. So is it a tagline or is it a USP? Divya. Let's hear more answer. So remember, tagline is not USP. Tagline is different. USP is different. Refresh yourself. Refresh yourself is also a tagline. Rajiv, it's a tagline. It is not a USP. Don't worry, just share your answers. I'll help you to identify what is USP or how to create a USP. Curating the experience, Himanshu. Okay, so that is also a tagline. How it will become a USP? Excellent after sales service. Okay, that's almost the right answer. Okay, we have the fastest transfer to our Bahrain hub. Wow, wonderful. 24/7. That's also wonderful. Great. Sunirmal, Fasal, and Ritu has answered good USPs. Good. So without me answering, all of you might have understood now the difference between USP and tagline. USP should be something very special about you. It is not a line to make people happy. Instead of it is something special about your services or products. We know what you did last summer. Okay. That's a provoking line instead. Instead of USP, it's a provoking line. Probably I will not come to you or I may come to you. Anyone will happen in this. Always available for you. All right. One-stop shop. Wow, that's a great one. You can add one more line. One-stop shop for what? That also could be an interesting point. People should not feel confused about what we are shopping. But it's a really good one. 2 decades of service with innumerable memories. Great. Self-booking tool. Okay, great. Personalized service. Okay. We know the needs of customers. Then that's really interesting. But again, it will be told by everybody. So let me, okay, I'll explain that a little later. Just let me hear all the other answers. Also, then I'll also come back to you. One window shop for 24/7. Great. So that is something like a one-stop shop kind of thing. Yeah, great. Your preferred choice over internet. Okay. So I'll just give you one line about one of the product in India. So many of you may know about this American Tourist VIP and all, Carlton, Caprese. So Carlton, Caprese, all those are coming under one brand. Basically, we call VIP. So under the VIP, there are 5 different brands. So one interesting point is, go and tell everybody, it's a fact basically. The fact what they say, out of every 2 suitcase or travel bag which is being sold in India, one is VIP and the other one includes all the brands together. So in short, they are carrying almost 52% of market share. But not only VIP, under the sub brands, VIP, then Caprese, Carlton, all together, Alpha, all together, they are doing that. So it is one of the points. They are saying that we are the most preferred one by India. So similarly, when Vikas told your preferred choice over internet, I remembered that. So you can actually make a reframe of that. The most preferred choice over internet. If it is so, it should be matching to the reality. We make every occasion of the client special, even when they are away from home, like birthdays and anniversaries. Great. This is really impressive line, but is it a USP or is it a tagline? Remember, there is a difference between USP and tagline. Perfect customization and after-sales service assistance. Okay. All right, customization and personalized customization and after-sales service assistance. Great one. The trusted name in the travel industry. Wonderful, Nitin. That's really great. All right, so many people have answered. Now, let us come back to the way of identifying taglines and USP. Taglines, you may have so many taglines which you can say. USP can be a tagline, but all taglines cannot be USP. USP, once again, I'm defining, it is a unique selling preposition, which is a uniqueness or the speciality of you. So for example, celebrating memories with you, it can be tagline, but it cannot be a USP. It will never make people to buy product from you or the service from you. It should be something which A person should feel that, oh, this is really impressive. Let me go and do or take the service from them. A classical example, Woodland shoe. If you buy Woodland shoe, what is the specialty? How many of you know that there is a very special uh, USP of Woodlands product they have? Is there anybody who can answer? Only Woodlands, in my knowledge, only Woodlands have that. Anybody? The specialty of Woodlands brand. After knowing that, even I started to buy Woodlands, though it is very costly. Anyone? We buy so many brands, Adidas or Bata or so many other brands, but Woodlands gives something really different, which all these brands never offered. Okay, so the point is, Woodlands offer the replacement of shoe. They are the only brand which will give the guarantee of replacement of the product. Rest of them, if you buy Adidas, Nike, or whichever, they may give you a repair or service. But Woodlands even replace the shoe. Even if you pay extra amount, also still within that 2 years of time, I think, maybe 2 year or 1 year, I'm not sure about the duration, but within that time, if something happens to a sole or something, they will not repair, they will straight away replace and give you new shoe. So that's the specialty of Woodlands. And no other brands give that. So even if we spend a little bit more, we are finding that a reliable quality one. So when we say Amul, Taste of India, it is a tagline. Beyond that, it is not a USP. But USP is something different. Right now, what I said, I remember there was a mixie called Preeti, I think. For that, they said 5-year warranty, which came in the market with that line, whereas so many people were playing around, including Philips and so many Usha, all those. But this Preeti captured the market just by saying that 5-year warranty. So that 5-year warranty was nobody giving at that time. So that became a USP. So you also should have something which is very unique, and that will become your USP. So you need to find out what exactly it is. So here comes one small change, which is maybe your company will have some standard tagline. Company will have some kind of USP. So you can also define a USP when you are talking or interacting with your customer. So how you are going to talk about your USP? For example, let me take an example, which we are told we make over occasions of the client special, even when they are away from home, like birthdays or anniversaries. So can you make this as a USP? Can you change this into a USP? There were so many answers popped in. Shivendra. Perfect customization and after sales service and assistance. Wonderful. That's a USP. Great one. Trusted name in the travel industry. Yes. Trusted name, you can change the most trusted or the number one trusted or one of the 5 top trusted. So something like that, you can change that. Unileather stitching. Yes, that's about a product. Unileather stitching. You can talk about that. Okay. Unileather. Okay. So you were talking about Woodlands. Okay. Can you repeat this question? Okay. That I was, Parul, I was talking about Woodlands, the specialty or USP about Woodlands. Long life. Okay. Those things are the weatherproof, long life, long lasting, stitched in pieces. Okay. Rough and tough product value for one. Okay. Eco-friendly issues. Okay, so many answers were there. Okay, beyond that, the USP now you understood. USP is nothing but it is a replacement. The only company which replaces the shoe, that is Woodlands. First of them will only do the service. Similarly, now it's your time. So start creating one USP that you can say. Only your organization. Some of you have already answered, so those people can opt it out. For example, 24/7 customer care or number one trusted brand. So all those are already USPs. So those who were not able to share USP can create one right now. Maybe 4-5 word one or maybe 2 word one. Okay, the answer for previous question still popping in. All right. Who would like to share the USP first? Experienced staff. Okay. Ritu, you can even make it more specific. Experienced staff, all of us are experienced. 1 year, 6 months, 1 day experience, and 10 years. You can even give something which is very hitting. The most experienced staff. We have the most experienced staff, or all of us. We have experience of 3 decades. People say, okay, if you remember this one, that dress brand Raymond's. If you remember, Raymond's usually mention their age, or sorry, the year of their starting. From XYZ year, it is there. So that will give an idea about experience. So when you say experienced staff, make it more specific to create more impression. Good one. Again, it's a really good one. We are corporate travel management professionals. Good one, Deku. But here you can again make it more specific. The #1 corporate travel management professional in XYZ. Available 24/7 for you since 1999. Wow, wonderful one. Soitang Maheshwari. It's a really good one, really impressive one. Research-based customization. Yes, great. Everything is down in smart sheet. Wow, wonderful. The pioneers in Arabian skies with faster transfer. Wonderful, Faisal. Yes. Faisal, you have more USP actually. It's good. You have already told the hub thing also sometime back you told. That's a good one. Sell less but class. Great. Trust and good service. Okay. Anushka, to help them with our best. So that's we help the okay. So we help them the best or help them with our best is something which is limiting line. In fact, you need to reframe it. Help them with our best. So your best, it is not their best. So customer will think, okay, I may get even better than this somewhere else. So just reframe it if it is possible. Professional team with combined experience. Okay, 90 years of professional experience. Our experience talk, all those things. Okay, great one. That's a good one. Easy communication through smart sheets, no hassles of calling and email. Okay. Trust travel with us. Travel with the trust. Okay. Already work with the top brands. No, it is instead of already work with the top brands. So Manish, the point is, I know your idea is so impressive and really good. You have some wonderful idea inside your mind. So while we are articulating, this is also one thing I would like to share all of us sales professionals to know how to articulate, because idea is good, but you need to use your leg also properly. Otherwise, it will not give the impact. So I think the way you told, trust travel with us. So instead of that, you can reframe it, because the listener or the person who is on the other side should get the proper meaning of it exactly as what you say. So just reframe it in this way, like travel with the trust, trust us during travel, or travel is a trust, or trust. We are traveling with the trust, or you can travel with the trust, or something like that. You can just reframe it. Already work with the top brands. Okay, already work with the top brands. So this one is something I want to reframe. So you can say already work with the preference of top brands. Already work with top brands. Many of us are working with top brands still. Preference of or most preferred by top brands. So that's how you change it. Most preferred by top brands. Hassle. Okay. Yeah, I understood that, Divya. Brand name you can trust. Wonderful. The most trusted brand name. Great. When if you're using the word trust, so I think what is okay, this is another survey, just I can take quickly from the here. What is the terminology most of you are focusing on? Anybody knows? You can add certified 30 years experience stuff. Yes, good, Ritu. So all of you are trying to focus on only one point which customer is looking for. What is that point? This is the point. Everywhere you are looking at this particular point. Isn't it so? Yes. providing the best service. Still, what you are trying to build inside the customer is nothing but it is trust. So all of you got the point of learning. This is what exactly you need to build. And this is the place where I told it is not only the job of sales and marketing team, everyone in the organization should focus towards that. The customer satisfaction and everything, whatever you say, the customer must trust you. For that trust, you are working on all these particular points. So that's why USP should be something which is relevant. I always suggest people to tell something which is really available instead of saying something which is not at all available, but still people prefer. Somebody will say that we are the #1 organization in this location, or we are the most selling organization in this location, which will not be the fact. So that will actually hamper their business interest in long run. Maybe for a short time, a lie may work, but in long run, it will not. So always use something which is really relevant. Good point. So trust, faith and trust. Yes, exactly, Vidisha. So all of you told that point. Yes. Trust. Yeah, someone also told the same thing. Anushka also told that. Divya. Yes, trust is a fact. Now, no one leaves once they try, maybe phrase better. Yes, correct. Exclusive partner representing World Independent Travel Network in India. All right. Okay. Those are also selling points. Good one. USP can be even more focused one, Nikhil. We are trying to impress the customer by all means, by about. Absolutely. So that is a workout. That's why I'm making all of you to do the same thing. Do the workout, because it is not a one-day job. It will take long time, because something which you need to learn in 3 or 4 years of graduation, post-graduation, MBA, I'm just trying to cover it in 1 or 2 hours, and I know how difficult it would be. It will take some time. Don't worry. Because nowadays there are many frauds, so it is a pain point. Yes. So I focus on the trust very much in there. So many people are there, so that's a place you need to build the trust in the customer with your taglines, with your USP also. So USP will give more impression towards the trust rather than a tagline. We are with your happy days. So that is a good impressive line. But again, we will be with you every day. We are there with you. We are with you in your happy days and sad days. So that's the idea. We are there with all. Some people are there on your happy days, but we are there with you for every day. So I just reframe the statement. Some people are there with you on your happy days. We are there with you on every day. So how this is working? So there is a tagline and there is a USP part also. We are there with you every day. We serve you every day. So all these points. So I hope all of you got an idea. So before the quick exercise of next step, I just want to ask one more question to all of you. How many of you use your mobile phone for your sales and marketing activity, not for calling and WhatsApping purpose? Other than that, other than calling, WhatsApping and email, other than these 3 purposes, how many of you use mobile phone for your sales, marketing and operation purpose? Those who are really directly interacting with customers or marketing activity and all should know. Yes. Okay. We use Google Sheet on mobile. Great. Satang has told a good answer. Yes, Vigas. Yes. So how do you use it, Vigas? For what purpose you use? So which is the purpose you are using the mobile phone? For your official activity, other than your telephone activities, WhatsApping and email. Broadcasting your fairs, offers, promotional videos. Great. Great one. Yes. We also used to look at social media. Again, so then here question is how you are using officially. So you can even make it more specific. I understand your answer, but still you can make it more specific. Specific one. Yes, social media for other apps. We use company purpose. Great. Great one. So tell me, Divya, what are the apps you are using for that purpose? Regular apps, not a personalized app, regular apps. Vikas Kumar. Broadcasting, promotes and updates to the customer list. Wonderful. Yes, great one. Broadcasting, yes. What more? Smart sheet and box. Good. Good one. Is there anybody who is handling the social media page of your company or organization or your product or service? Anybody? Use posting on LinkedIn. Okay, I think Parul, Divya, Rajit. Okay, all of you are using. Okay. Okay, so how fast you need to respond to the customer when the customer is commenting or asking some question? Okay, many of you are using. Parul, Anushka, Divya, Rajiv, Nitin. Yes, most of you are using. Great. So how fast you need to answer? Within 24 hours. Okay. Good. Let me hear from more people. $24 hours? Is it 24 hours always? So you are posting a campaign in the social media page about some of your upcoming activities or plans or business interaction, something, and somebody is asking a question. Will you be able to wait for 24 hours? Is that a fair idea? Real soon, just as you check it. Otherwise, the follower might comment and forget exactly. So for the sales purpose, absolutely as soon as possible. Yeah, same like Prasad told, as soon as possible or as soon as you see it with a proper answer. So you cannot give a TAT of 24 hours usually on Facebook related campaigns because people are now expecting the answers as soon as possible. It doesn't mean that you have to be in hurry, but do it as much as earlier. So that is the best way, because once somebody is saying that, okay, I need a contact number to know more about this travel plan or this travel offer. If you are responding to them immediately, you have a higher chance to get that business converted. Otherwise, it will take time. So basically, this is why I told your office should have a place inside your mobile phone always. There is a huge amount of option that you can have for all those things, alert or even apps to create the pictures or even various kind of promotional materials, uploading the videos, Instagram stories, Facebook live, so many things you can do. Even you can create a quick teaser also. There are so many tools which you can add inside your mobile phone. If you are really into the sales, marketing and operational activities, I would suggest all of you to start an experience about it. With that only you can survive and respond to the market so quickly. So when I told about the surveys, when I told about the surveys in the beginning today, so those kind of surveys also you can post like this, and you can identify how fast people are responding and how many counts are coming without even using a system. While you're just traveling or while you're on your way to office in a cab or something, also still you can do all those things quickly. You have no need to wait till you reach to the office. Nowadays, most of us are working from home, and you can use this opportunity by making your mobile as your office. Great point. Immediately keep a watch on the response. I do check every few hours. Or SLA for response. Yes, Fazal, that is 2 hours. So you are keeping that SLA, and SLA is also actually a USP, to be honest. 2 hours response is a good USP. However, we will not wait always 2 hours, right? That's a great point. But not on social media. Social media is a marketing place. Probably it is not an operation place, and you can have even a better speed over there. For an operational purpose, yes, 24 hours or 2 hours SLA is really good. But for marketing place, you can give a quick response. Anjan, reply at the earliest if not in position to reply back requirements with revert back as soon as possible. Great. All right. So let me make a summary of the points. First one, what we were trying to understand the pain point of customer. Second one, how to identify the pain points, how to do the market research, how to provoke the people to get the answers of your understanding for customer pain point, finding out the customer pain point or finding out the customer need. So this finding out the customer need has another one term which I didn't tell you. So this is also one of the classical term we use in sales and marketing activities, which I have sent it. Sorry, it's going to private. Okay, everyone, I'll send it. WIIFM. Some of you may remember this name, some of you may not be. So the point is, what is in it for me? That is the meaning of WIIFM. So WIIFM factor is something which everybody looks in everything, including you and me. All of us, whoever is sitting here in this room, also have a WIIFM factor. That's the reason you are sitting in front of this training. If you are feeling sleepy, also there is a WIIFM factor. Till we are alive or till the moment we die, we have this WIIFM thought inside our brain, and always we have to connect towards that. So basically, to understand what is in it for me, मेरे लिए उसमें क्या है, to know that we have to understand the customer by doing the proper survey. Survey, I told you, indirect survey or provocative survey is the best way or the trending way nowadays. All the marketing activities are being used. So there are multiple ways in that. Again, just I will give a quick highlight about that. One is reward based, and another one is a direct provocation. Direct provocation is something like on social media, you will go and add some questions like this. How many of you are afraid of traveling this time? So people say, I am not, or I am. So you will identify how many people or what is a percentage of people prefer to travel and believe that travel is possible. And the paid version or the reward based version is something like that. If you are answering these 5 questions, I will give you a reward, or we will give you a reward, or we will give you a voucher. But it is going to be a bit costly. But you can ask costlier question or direct questions over there in such cases. So that is also another way. Many times you think that this Amazon or Paytm and all, when they are running the quiz, you think it is something to make you entertain. Basically, they are not entertaining you. They are actually gathering the data from you during the question. Probably they will give you 50 rupees reward or a recharge coupon or something. But instead of that, they are actually getting a precious, valuable data. So that's how they actually gather the information. So there are so many ways of gathering information. So you learned about how to gather the information. Third one, how to connect your USP and how to build the USP. USP must be a quality of you instead of a tagline. Tagline is different. USP must be a really impressive quality that customer will feel preferred to get it from you or get the service or take the service or buy the service from you or the product from you. So that is about USP. And finally, we were talking about the WIFM factor and mobile office activity. Again, mobile office activity is a huge topic, which I have just made it in 5 to 7 minutes only. But in fact, I can go for in depth of it later if I want. So it's a question time. So people can start throwing the question. I know that 60 minutes are really, really, really very small time. Within that time, how much ever possible, I try to interact with all of you. Still, you can share your questions. Let me see how many of those I am able to solve right now. So it's a question time. You can have your questions for the next 10 minutes. So, Suman, are you recording this one?
Yes, Krishna.
All right.
Any questions? Would anybody like to unmute themselves and ask also?
No, they may be typing, yeah. So maybe some of them are typing. Sometimes it will take time for type and give, throw it over here. Or even you can unmute and answer because we have only 10 minutes of time now.
So if you want to unmute and ask, that's okay. Let me know if to unmute you or whether you're able to mute yourself. So I have a question.
Hi, Krishna. This is Vikas. If I can just
Yes, Vikas,
question quickly.
Yep.
Okay, hi. Typically, we are a company which is more soliciting business from our repeat and referral customer base and our large database of corporate customers. We are not soliciting business from, open market like newspaper ad or customer primarily.
Yeah.
And we've been quite successful in getting those customers. What would you strongly recommend for us, in terms of marketing activity? What do you think is the best strategy or should be the best strategy for us?
Okay, so in your case, you are more focusing towards B2B, I think, right? Hello. Hello?
That's correct. That's correct.
Yeah. Okay. So if you're focusing on B2B, your surveying activity can be narrowed down a lot. Instead of going to social media or somewhere to do a market research, you can actually directly go to the customer. So here, in those kind of cases, if you have a regular customer and you're running the business only for them, maybe like a customer support or B2B or something, which is very specific towards a set of customers, it is very easy. What you have to do, find out the key persons of decision making. Always your focus of survey has to happen from the key persons of decision making and understand what they are looking for. Many times people will go to the end customer, but that will not work in B2B. Why? Because even though end customer feels some kind of pain points, a company, or that means your customer may have a strategy like, we are going to do only in this way. Customer may die, customer may be alive, but still we are going to do in this way. And this is how we need the product or service. That's how the customer will always say. For example, just I remember one of the company who which is into motor vehicle manufacturing. So one of the travel organization went there and they said the customers who are traveling outside the location in the summer time need to get only third AC ticket. But they were saying that within the organization above a level, maybe a senior manager onwards, they were using to give a flight ticket. So other managers were also asking, we are also seniors, but we are not this particular designation. So whether we are not eligible, but the management said, no, this is not possible for you. But those people who were there more than 30 years, they were feeling very bad about it. But customer, the company who were giving the service was able to give that and it would have improved their selling service. But the management clearly said, no, we are not going to give it to them. Whatever we say is what you are supposed to do. So the end customer need might not work over there, because in such cases, mostly you have to focus on the decision makers. That's a strategy. Because if you say, okay, your customer is facing this issue, can we change? They will say, no, why you are doing that? Are you doing the favor for the end customer, or are you doing the favor for your customer? I am your customer, so you have to do the favor for me. This is the way they will think. So B2B, you have to focus on the decision makers. B2C, you have to focus on the customer, end customer. That's how it works. So I was actually focusing more on B2C, but here in your case, it is B2B. So one more strategy, what you can do over here is have an analysis of previous history, maybe a 2-year history or last year history, and say that where it is working and what way it will benefit them. Talk in terms of their benefit by a change in your side. So that's the next point. Many times sellers or marketers fail in that way. They say that, okay, we have a new product, can you please buy this? Instead of that, you have to reframe in this way. We have some more suggestion for you, which will help you to do the day one thing, which I told. It is the benefit for you. That way you can talk. Tell them in terms of their benefit. It can be various benefits. Sometimes it will even go unethically also. Maybe the company will get more profit and the customer may not get. But still, for a marketer, your customer is your B2B partner. So they are the only people who are going to get it. So your focus and strategy is towards the decision makers in that place. That's the only way. But you can help them with the idea, something which can be changed for a benefit for them. Parallelly, it will give a benefit to you also. If it is not giving a benefit to you, then you will obviously you will mask it. So that way you can apply over there. That's a working strategy for B2B. I hope I cleared your question.
There are a couple of questions in chat also.
All right. How many questions you feel apt for having on a survey? Okay. How many questions do you feel are apt for having on a survey? So for a survey, if it is a paid survey, you can have a dozen of questions. If it is a paid survey, because customer will feel to do it because the motivation is a reward. But if it is an unpaid survey or social media based one, I would suggest one survey at a time. Or you can even source it out for the third party also, if it is like that, because they will have multiple accounts and all to provoke people in that way. Many times you may see people who are coming there and throwing the question will never respond to you. Just they will watch silently what is the answer is being given. So one question at a time is a social media strategy, maximum 2 questions from two different accounts. That is possible. But if it is a paid survey, have at least dozens of questions, because you are paying and customer already have a motivation to answer. All right. So the next one, how do you attract more number of customers to our social media? Any suggestions? And how much do you think that paid ads in social media help? So this paid ad part, I would help all of you in the next session because as I told in the first session, many people actually failed in Facebook advertisement, Instagram advertisement and all, even after investing. The advertisement might have reached around 10,000 people and they might have got 1 or 2 leads. That was also not fruitful. So this happened. So there is a strategy which actually these guys, Just Dial guys, use to develop their marketing, which is actually useless for the end customer. So those kind of methodology will not work for you. So in the next session, I will definitely cover that. So when you can note down for the next session, we will cover this point, how to reach more customer in the social media marketing. So that we will cover in the next one. However, I will just give one hint about it to you, Divya, and others also. Engaging the customer is the way to get more customers into your social media pages. If you are in a selling mode, trust me, customer will feel that that is a seller. Why should I go and waste my time over there? How many times you will see an advertisement? You will not see an advertisement. You will feel bored. So eventually you will stop going over there. Same way, here also it is same. Whatever happens in the TV, same way in the social media page also. If you keep on advertising, nobody will come. The simple strategy of social media is reward, advertise, reward, advertise, reward, advertise. So reward is something which would be really impressive for the reward. Doesn't mean that always it is monetary or materialistic. You can reward them something else also. Just for an example, one example I tell you, one Edupuruna company, how they were working. They used to promote their advertisement, but they give a lot of free ebooks, or even they give a lot of free courses. They give a lot of informative material about examinations, these, that, so many things they keep on giving. So the customer whom they are dealing with, they get a lot of rewards also over there. So out of 5 rewards, they will give 1 advertisement. Again, 5 rewards, 1 advertisement. And those rewards are not much costlier for these companies. So those, most of those are free resources, and even they have tie-up resources also. So they share those kind of information. When there is a reward, people will see. Basically, you can understand in this way. In Sony Max, a movie is running, and before the climax, an advertisement will come. Again, after that, the climax will come, and that is for sure. So sometimes people will wait eagerly, even the advertisement is there. They will not close at that time. So entertainment should be there always, so that people will even look at the advertisement also. Otherwise, people will not see. This is the same strategy being used by these guys, YouTube. When the point which you are so keen to know comes, immediately the advertisement will come. 5-second advertisement, then only you can skip. So the 5 second, you are actually eager to know that when the ad will be finished. So actually that eagerness will create your attention span, and in fact you observe the advertisement very clearly. This is a fact. Many times those psychological fact they are using very effectively. So the 5 second, after 5 seconds you can skip the ad, but the 5 seconds you are very much attentive, in fact, because you are focusing when the ad will get finished. So your attention is completely there. Now also, if you remember the voice of that Netflix advertisement that comes in between the social YouTube videos, how that voice has gone and get inside your brain very clearly. That music has, that sequence of that rhythm has came inside your brain, because you're too attentive and unconsciously you are doing that. So this unconscious way or subconscious way of marketing is the best way to bring the customer in. So remember, if you are continuously posting the advertisement, you are doing a big mistake. Instead of that, continuously do not post advertisement. Do something or reward something to the people which will make people feel interested. Then in between add the post. So the ideal ratio is every 5 reward you can have 1 ad. Every 5 reward you can have 1 ad, and you have to keep on doing that. So this is a simple way to bring the people into social media. So that's the way you can engage. I hope I have cleared you, Divya. Is that okay for you? Is that clear? And others also. I cleared it for everyone.
Suman Malik has asked a question. He says, do you suggest to create a caller tune which speaks about us?
All right, yeah. So that's another question, Suman. So creating a caller tune which will speak about you. So how many people call you? That makes difference. Just for an example, many people feel irritated by the continuous constant, because people who call you are for 3 reasons. One, they need a support, or second one, they are in a problem, or third one, they are looking for some kind of enquiry. So if it is an enquiry kind thing, then you can help them with the IVR based thing. That's one way. However, we do not have any IVR invented in such a way that it will think as fast as a human being can. So IVR will not help much more into it. And if it is a problematic situation, people will not feel it is comfortable also. So for example, if your mobile phone is not working properly and you are calling Airtel customer care, and to reach a customer care executive, it is taking 2 minutes, you will literally get irritated by that and or you get pissed off. So that is not a fair idea. Actually, we suggest instead of that, you can give a video advertisement or video content or something separately to them. Over the phone, that is not a suggested way at all. It is not even my suggestion. It is a suggestion given by experts. So these things are basically depending on. So many times people ask, what is the role of psychologists in advertisement? Basically, there is something called advertisement psychology, which is really talking about all these things. So from there, I am sharing this perspective. If you are adding voiceover, now actually Airtel had this music part and all. Sorry, the advertisement part. A lady was announcing so many things. They have reduced it a lot later, and eventually nowadays they are giving a soothing music which is designed by A.R. Rahman, because they know the customer is already in heat and there is no other way to put them into a cold state without using this thing. So I will say, don't use about your company in this. Maximum what you can have one line in the first call. Welcome to XYZ company, the number one brand of, or number one this of that. So that's all. Beyond that, don't repeat those announcements. Just one line would be enough. But however, the customer already knows about you, so that is not going to give you any business. It will just put an impact only. That's all. It will never create any leads. So ideally, for every company, the focus is generating the leads. It is not making people like, okay, these people are good. Generating the lead, build the trust. Generating the lead, build the trust, and turn it into revenue. That's all. So that's an investment you can have. Obviously, it is something possible, but it will not give you much more benefit as much as you're investing on.
Right.
I think I have helped you for that, Suman Malik. Okay, any other questions? Oh, okay, more questions are there in it. Okay. How can we get government business through social media advertisement where government has restrictions selected agency? Okay, Anjan, this is a good question about government agencies. To be honest, if you are looking for a government organization support in India, there is no other way, no way like social media marketing and advertisement over TV and all. It is only through licensing work. I am a bit unfortunate to say this, but in Indian atmosphere, it is only licensing work where a lot of under the table activity also happen. At the same time, there is no shortcut. You cannot go and show that you are the most selected brand in India and please give me the offer. In India, that is not a working strategy. Ethically speaking, I will not say that is a fair way, but that's the fact. When we are looking at the reality, in India, if you want to get a government support, you have to approach them directly through the tenders, and then you have to connect to the officials who are decision makers. And influence is the only way that will work. Influence in which way you have to decide. I will not say the terminologies over here because that is not a good terminology to be recorded in this audio session. So those things are the only way to help to get government contracts. But obviously, government contracts have multiple directions. One is a long-term contract, and it will add values to you. And third one, it is a long, maybe it will give you continuous business also. Yes. Other than that, I don't say, I don't want to use the terminology which exactly that is running inside my mind. All of you can guess for a government contract what you need to do. All right. So next one, do you like the COVID advisory compulsory playing every time you make mobile call nowadays? Okay, so initial days it was really good. Nowadays nobody is taking care of. So initial, this is exactly which I have answered to Suman Malik also. Once you do that, initially it will give an impact. After a time, it is just an ensuring thing, but it will not create anything new to the people. For example, how many times you heard about it? Now, do you even listen to that? You will just wait till you hear the voice of the person from the other side. That's all. Rest of the thing, you will consciously leave the attention towards the announcement. So for a short time, it is good. After that, it is not going to give any impact. And nowadays, many mobile phone companies, they have stopped that announcement. Initially, it was based on Government of India's instruction. Now, those things have changed a lot. Some companies are doing, but not everybody. You can even activate your own caller tune now with most of the organizations. I mean, most of the telecom operators. Okay, Divya, you guessed it. Okay, good. So I have no need to even say what is that thing. All right. So for government organization, that's how it works. Good. You are able to guess, and that's a good point. All right. we do number 1 to skip. All right.
#1.
Okay.
Okay, so I think we are at.
All right, good, nice. All of you were interacting so good. And if you want any specific help and support, you can ask Suman, and she will add all those things together and support, communicate to me, and I'll help you specifically towards that. And in the next session, you will learn some more impactful ways of marketing strategies, even some AdWords, business words, and all those things, even some tips of digital marketing too. However, always remember one point: human beings will get connected only if you are able to touch to their emotions. Emotion can be in any way. So you need to learn how to touch their emotions so that people will touch you back. That's the simple strategy of every advertisement. Every advertisement, if you feel an advertisement is really impressive, or it is making you laugh, it is making you cry, trust me, that advertisement really touched you. So this is the same thing you have to apply in a simple terminology anywhere. So building a strategic trust or building a brand value also need an emotional touch, which is mostly in a subtle way. So just start working on that particular aspect. And thank you so much. Thank you so much to everyone.
Thank you. And can I
Manish.
have feedback from everyone?
Yeah, you can send that directly to them, Suman. You can send a mail or something to all these people, and they can even
Sure.
directly write, or even you can share the link also. Whichever way, you can ask them what, you can even use your survey method over there. Which way you would like to share the feedback? Ask them a question.
Yes. Okay.
So you can see the strategy, what people prefer to. So then accordingly you can. So this is the same thing they have.
Okay. So I think the
Also
network.
change the strategy accordingly to start working.
Sure. The network has started weakening now.
All right. Okay. So thank you so much, guys. All the best. Take care. Stay safe.
Thank you, Krishna. Thank you.
We'll connect soon again in another 3 days.
See you all on Friday.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.